afternoon, everyone. As you can see, I'm bringing a surprise to everyone today. When I sent my slides up to the PR rep, she said, well, I'm going to change it so you can introduce our new name. And so you will see firsthand that we've been working on this. I was in a meeting a few minutes ago with the CEO, and so we're still going through this branding process, which has been going on for a year and a half now. So today you will see our new name as Endeavors. And so if you go on our websites or if you email us, we still will receive our emails. Like you say, it will take almost a year to get everything up and going, our business cards and things of that nature. But today I introduce to you Endeavors. And one of the reasons why he mentioned today in the meeting that we just wanted to rededicate ourselves to the mission, and they wanted to come up with a name that would work. As we say, we want to wrap around that we can work all the services that we do have. We are located in 5 states. We have 6 different services. They're named Fairweather Lodge Program, which we're also branching out in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I'll mention that later on. We work with child and youth services, veteran services, disaster relief and emergency services, Endeavors Unlimited, and community-based services. So we do a lot in working with families and children. Our next slide is, here in North Carolina, we serve 42 counties, and my main office is in Fayetteville. I have an office in Charlotte and an office in Jacksonville. Just over the last 16 months, actively people that we have served is over 976 veterans that we have served. Also, I also want to tell you, I pulled some data, and I just want to show you how busy our days are with people calling. Just the first quarter, October 1st to December 31st, we screened over 275 people. Homeless prevention, 226, rapidly rehoused, 49. Eligible was 36 out of that. Self-resolved prior to enrollment. So if they called and before they came in, we always follow back to see if they needed services or if they didn't come in. So these were the people that they found a way to resolve their issue. Then we had no-shows, 31. We had ineligible veteran status, that they're DD-214, they wasn't eligible for the program. It was 29 of those. Exceeded income, which I will speak about that later, 14, and not at risk, because we have the but-for statement. You have to be at risk before you can come in the program, and that was 95. So we are busy every day with phone calls and speaking with veterans, and even if you're not a veteran, if we have a resource we can give you, we will give you that resource to help you. This, I had also pulled this. The female veterans served in North Carolina, this is just for the last year, was 217. We also, 30% of them was domestic violence. And so I just want to show maybe a third of the people are just female veterans that we do work with. And that's not including that we do get husband and spouses that are female veterans, which I should have pulled that data as well, but we do see that we have the combination of the two as well. And these are the categories, and working with them, when they come in, we place them in either category 1, 2, or 3. 1, they are facing eviction, or they stand in a hotel that they're paying for themselves, or they're sleeping on the couch, which a lot of people consider that as homeless. Our program don't. Your prevention, or you're exiting an institution within the 90 days. Cat 2, literally homeless, that's where most of our money goes, to veterans that are literally homeless out on the street. And also we have category 3, which is if you have left an existing permanent housing after 90 days, then that's money I can put towards too, as chronically homeless as well. So they are between that 60% and 40%, so I can put more money toward them. Also, I like to show, and this is something that just happened. As we say, we get updates from the VA all the time. Just last week, as you can see, our eligibility requirements say a person who served 1 day active duty beyond training. Just last week, they came out, a person who served active duty and who was discharged, they can serve just basic training, and we can take them in. So where you qualified yesterday, you can qualify today. So I tell everyone, please have them call us and do a screening, because we get updates all the time. And so where someone could have came in, now they meet that criteria. As well as with our income base, we go off of HUD's income, and it changes the 1st of April every year. So each county it changed. So where you qualified last year, you might not qualify this year. So I like for people to see that it is reasons why when people call that we have to change. And these are the services that we offer. Outreach. Outreach, we tend to work with HUD Dash as well a lot. We go out and if they have a veteran out in the community, one of my staff, case manager, can go out there with them and meet up with them, and we will see what services benefit either one of them, and then we just work together to make sure the veteran get housed. And so we have case management. I have a veteran rep that comes in and do benefit services from the VA once a month, also financial assistance, and then we always collaborate with all the different organizations in the community as well, working together. And these are the services that we can pay for, and it's time limits and terms that we can pay. Believe it or not, I've been with the company since we opened up 4 years. I do have some veterans have maxed out in all of these services. So all we can give them is case management. So. And this is the last thing I wanted to discuss with the housing program. The program manager that runs this out of my office, her name is Mary John Williams. And Reveille Retreat, you might have known it as the Jubilee House, which we decided to keep it for women veterans. So we're waiting for them to open up within the next 30 days. Bonanza Project, we house 12 people with physical and mental disabilities. We do have some veterans, females in that. And the Enfield House housed 5, and we have 5 men in that house as well. So we're trying to get into the housing program as well. So. Any questions? Yes.
If they weren't eligible, like in 2016, well, I'm sorry, if they were eligible in 2016, they may not be eligible in 2017, correct?
That's true.
So what happens to the family if they become ineligible if they were already in the program?
As long as you're in the program at that time that you was eligible, you will stay in the program, and we will help you until you are stable, and then we will ask you from there. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we do. Yes, ma'am. Mhm. Yes, ma'am. That's why we do have the prevention. We do have funding, and we try to either talk with the landlord. We are with the, it's a new landlord initiative called LIP. We're working with that out of Wilmington to where we can give back to the landlord a part so that they can feel comfortable in letting veterans in with limited funding. And so we do try to prevent them from being eviction and try to talk landlords down even if they owe money. And so we do work with them very close. We try to keep them stable.
Okay, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Alice Snaffledge, Order of Home Women Vets,
Okay.
and that's what I do. That is my primary goal, is the prevention, because the 2 programs out there for SSVF and then the HUD-VASH program
Yes.
waits till they're out on the street. And we know with women veterans, they will find a place to sleep,
Yes.
and that's couch surfing, and that doesn't fall underneath HUD's definition of homelessness. So our problem is finding these women. I was here a year or so ago when they had the program on homeless programs. And I came in here with a roster of all the veterans in the state per county, broke it down to the veterans in each county, and then the national stat of homelessness for women veterans. My 3 counties that I cover, that means 310 women veterans out there are homeless, and I'm trying to find them. I know they're out there. My caseload is going crazy right now with women veterans. And another issue with homeless women veterans is also IPV, intimate partner violence. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, am I on? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, I'm Betty Turner. I'm the Veteran Service Officer for American Legion Post 540. And I'd like to echo this other lady's sentiments. Primarily the same thing that we're seeing is the same thing that she's discussing. A lot of veterans who are homeless, but they're in partnership relationships or whatever, sleep on the couch, and they don't. Unfortunately, the HUD guidelines are great, but ideally, that's not the reality of what's on the ground here in Raleigh. And I know that because I speak to them personally. I'm dealing with one right now who's sleeping on a couch with a baby, and she doesn't have a place to go, and I've been trying for about a month to find her a place to sleep. So while the HUD guidelines sound good, they're not capturing all the female veterans who are homeless, because I work with them every day. And a couple of ladies work down at the homeless shelter downtown as well. So I just want to bring that to your attention, that they're not capturing the homeless veterans here in Raleigh. With the locations that you gave, the Reveille Retreat, the Bonanza House, and Field House, are those locations here in Raleigh, or
No, they're all in Fayetteville.
Right. So what we'd like to know is, are there locations here, or how do we direct people here in the Triangle area?
They're more than welcome to call the main office, my main number, and we can see if we can make arrangements, if they're willing to move. If not, we have not started branching out in different areas. We're just starting the project up in Fayetteville. So if they're willing to move, then we don't have a problem with doing the screening and see if they qualify.
Okay. I have some other questions, and I don't want to belabor the meeting. If you don't mind, I can chat with you after.
I'll give
Thank
you
you.
my business.